Testing, testing. I hope the sound this time. If someone comes in, I'll just have to ask. I don't know what happened then with the sound. Right, so I'm just doing the brows. Watch it now, no one's going to come in. Powder. I'm going to use the Technique Vitamin C translucent finishing powder. Just use a bit of this under the eye first of all. Right, so the connection went then as well. I don't know what it is, but every time I do a live, something happens with the connection. Although, yesterday when I did a live, nothing happened. So I'm just wondering if my Wi-Fi was down, like my Wi-Fi was going down, and that's what was happening to my voice, why you couldn't hear me. For the person that's in the live, can you let me know if you can hear me? Can you just say yes or no? Right, I'm just going to put some of this on my forehead. I guess they didn't want to let me know if they could hear me. Can you hear me okay for the 2 people that are in the live? So if you can't, there's not much point carrying on. Okay, that's done. Right, now we'll do bronzer. I think this is my favourite bronzer from the drugstore. It's the Natural Collections. You can see I've hit pan on that. So obviously it's a good one for me. And I think they still carry it. Hi Jane, thank you. Can you hear me okay, Jane? Because there were some problems with the previous live. And I had to disconnect that one. So I'm just wondering if you can hear me. Right, I'm going to go in with this now. So this shade is the lightest shade. It's in the shade Sunshine. Yeah, you can. Oh, that's great. Thank you. Thanks for responding. I asked and no one wanted to respond to me. Let's turn the light down. So with bronzer, I don't like to put too much on. Because with my hair being red, it can look a hot mess really. And I don't like the bronzer to be too dark either, because it can look really, really muddy. So there's just a fine line. Like for me personally, with me having red hair, there's a fine line between having a good bronzer. I didn't wear bronzer for so long. But a colour like this, it's fairly neutral. So yeah, I like this kind of colour, and it's glowy as well. So we do like to be bronzed over here. How are you, Jane? Are you okay? Right, I'm going back in again with the vitamin C just to kind of chisel out this part. In fact, though, I've got that really nice concealer. I could do it with the concealer. Yeah, we're just going to go back in with a 17 concealer. I'll probably need to go in with a powder over the top. Yeah, that's good. And then just a bit more of that powder. So, Technique Vitamin C Loose Setting Powder. And what I like about this is it's just like the Hourglass one. It has that net on it. So you don't lose any more powder than you need, really. So we're just setting that concealer now. Okay, that's done. There's certain things that I really want to use, but they're not Drugstore. So I'm limited to what I'm going to be able to use. Put them on the bed. So finish using that. I finish using the foundation. And also the blurring serum. Right, what now then? Blusher. So I've got two blushers that I really, really like. I got this one as part of a set when the Barbie movie came out from Primark. Doesn't have a shade on, I don't know where I'm looking. And then this is like a topper. So this is from Shop Miss A. My friend sent me that, and that one's in Frantic Pink. So I think I'm going to wear them both because this one's completely matte. It's so cute though. It's got like the Barbie logo on. Again. It's dark. You can see me dark, but you can make out the Barbie logo there. Right, blush, brush. It's very quiet in here today. A lot of people don't like to talk though, I get that. Not everyone's like me. Just means it's probably going to be a quick not Shop My Stash, favourites video. And I might do a high-end one as well next week. That blush is really nice. But like I said, it's matte, and matte isn't my favourite blush to use. So I'm going to go in with the Lumi. I mean, that's just stunning. In a sense, they do remind me of the Hourglass blushes. It's going to give some shimmer now to that Barbie blush. Stunning. Right, we need to blend it out now, and then we can go in with a highlighter. I feel like I'm losing on my face brushes. Let's just go in with this BH Cosmetics 116 and try and blend it out. Look at the glow there. And I haven't even got highlighter on yet. So you wouldn't necessarily need highlighter. But if anyone knows me and my channel, of course I'm going to use highlighter. I mean, it literally looks like a placed highlighter in here. That's probably from the Lumi blush. But let's use one of the favourite drugstore ones I've got anyway. So it's from Primark, and it's the Rose Glow one. It's just absolutely stunning. The dupes for the Kylie Cosmetics. So right. Now that's a glow. And can you believe these were only £3.50? Definitely needs blending out a bit more. Oh, I'm just going to use this brush. Normally I go in with a setting powder like from the Hourglass palette I've got, but I can't because it's a drugstore. You know, it's a drugstore video. I haven't put any on my nose, have I? Or on my chin, or my Cupid's bow. Getting sidetracked. I think we're done with that now. So guys, if you didn't know, I've got a secondary channel. It's called Embracing My Curls. It's new, but it's like, it's me going on the curly girl journey. So if you wanted to go over and support me there, I'd really appreciate it. I feel like it's too glowy, that highlighter. Let's just blend it out a bit. I mean, there's a fine line in there between being massively glowy and just having the right amount of glow. Right, and it's just primer now. Eyelid primer, and then we're going to go on to the best part. I mean, it's the best part for me, but I don't know if it's the best part of your routines. But yeah, I definitely think eyeshadow is the best part for me. But I need my primer first. Okay, so W7 Prime View, which I've nearly finished. And I say this all the time, it's not a very good primer. Damn it, so much has come out of that. So now what I'm going to have to do when I come off here is delete that first live. Because they're both going to have the same title. And I can't have 2 videos on YouTube with the same title. Look at all that came out. I'd love to know, I mean, this is just a question that I would love to know. What stops you guys from chatting in a live? I mean, you come to a live, I'm just wondering what stops you talking. Because like when I go to a live, I just love communicating with that person that I'm watching. I promise I don't bite, guys. Right, so I've just gone in now with this Revolution. It's a contour palette. So I'm using this shade up at the moment. Would I say it's my favourite? No, probably not, but that's what I'm using up. So I thought may as well use it. Okay, so first of all, we're going to go in with this She Glam palette for the mattes. I've had it ages. My sister bought it for me. I don't buy from Shein or Temu. I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are on those companies, but I don't personally buy from them. But it's a gift and I'm going to use it. That's where I stand. So we've got 3 browns in here that look like they're the same shades, only slightly a little bit deeper. So we've got, I need to get the names, don't I? So we've got Soft Glam, this one up here. We've got Sunset, this one in the middle here. And then we've got Bellini, this one down here. Honestly, they all look the same. Shall we swatch them? I think there's just a slight difference. Let's swatch them on the hand. That's what they look like. I mean, brown's brown, right? But I mean, I think the issue with this palette, it's not really an issue, but they duped it, didn't they? For the, like, this is a dupe for the Natasha Denona Gold, and I've got that palette. I've actually done a video on this versus the Natasha Denona Gold quite a while ago when I first got the Natasha Denona Gold palette. I want to do another video at some point, and I'm probably going to declutter that palette and pass it on to my mum, because I don't need 2 palettes. I don't need the real thing plus a dupe. You know, that makes no sense to me. Right, I think we'll go on with the lighter shade, or what I feel is the lighter shade. And what was it called again? Soft Glam, this top one here. So for the other palettes, where's my mirror? For the other palettes, I don't know what I'm going to use, so I'm going to need your help, guys, if you don't mind. I'll show you them once I've done the mattes. Hi Adika, you're back. Thank you. And thank you for letting me know that you couldn't hear me before. So I would have gone through the entire thing. I don't know what happened. I think it had something to do with my Wi-Fi. I mean, that's a nice neutral shade. I'm just wondering what you guys prefer, drugstore or high-end in makeup. I mean, I've got a nice mixture of both now. Hopefully I'll get some comments from the people who watch later on. I'm just going to try and sit forward a bit. Ugh. Hi, please say hi. Hello. I've already said hello. You're begging me for something I've already said. Right, I'm not playing your games. And if it carries on, I'll just delete you out of this chat. Thank you for the compliment. Right, so that's blended out really, really well, I think. We do need to deepen it up a little bit though. I'm just going to go in with this middle shade. This one here, which is called... I really wish they wouldn't put these crappy pieces in the palettes. It's called Sunset. I'm just going to use the same brush again because it's just got brown on it anyway. You know, I'm looking at this palette now, this Shein one, and I'm seeing the golds in it, and I'm thinking, gosh, that looks amazing. I mean, look at these golds, I'll show you them. This one looks like a duochrome here. That looks pretty. That looks pretty. That looks pretty. I'm going to have to do a video with this soon, just by itself, and just give it, you know, some credit, like some love. But I don't think it'll be today. I pulled two other palettes out that are literally favourites. This one isn't. I'm just using it for mattes. Can't hear you. I'm glad, Adika. Or do you mean can't hear me? Can you hear me? Right, I'm going to go in with that deeper brown. Guys, in the chat, can you hear me okay? Right, so the brown, what was the brown called? So the brown's called Truffle. Just getting that in the outer V. Yeah, thank you, MJ. Hi, Stitch Lover. How are you? It's nice to have you here. Now we're getting people in chatting. That's what I like. Sometimes it feels really awkward when all I'm doing is talking. People are listening. No one's talking back at me. But I mean, the way I see it is, I've been doing these videos now for years, not lives. I think I only started that last year. But actual content for YouTube, I've been making videos years. And it's no different to sitting at home on my own, filming the content, then editing it, and I don't have to edit this content. So I do prefer to do a get ready with me this way. So all get ready with me's going forward are going to be done like this, and you guys seem to like them anyway, because I get more views doing it this way than the other way, and it saves time for me. So it's a win-win situation, right? Good, thank you. I'm so glad that you're well. Right, so I need to go in now with that Revolution contour palette again, just for the shade here. So we're just going to put some of this on the brow bone. MJ Dragons, years. Yeah, years. I'm very persistent. MJ. She's sure good at this now. Subscribe. Oh, wow, thank you. Do you have a channel yourself or not? I appreciate anyone that subscribes. This is the quickest get ready with me because I've not really been chatting. Well, I've been chatting, but I've not been talking to anyone else because no one's wanted to talk, which is each to their own and everything. But normally it takes me an hour to do a get ready with me. Literally, it's not going to probably take another 10-15 minutes for the eyeshadow and then for the rest of the makeup as well. And that's fine. Sometimes they're quicker than others. Right, I need some glitter glue. And that's Drugstore. It's the one I use every day, so we'll get that out. If anyone, I'm not just talking to you guys, I'm talking to people that watch it later. If anyone watches it later and I'm not subscribed to their channel, just leave me a comment. I will go and check out your channel. So I feel like we should be supporting one another. You know, I've never been of the mindset of take. I like to give as well. Give back. Not got enough on this side. Right, I'm gonna need a Drugstore eyeliner because normally I'd use my Wayne Goss one, but that's high end, so I can't use that. And then I've got a Drugstore eyeliner that I can tight line with, so we'll pull that out. Yeah, I can use that for tight lining, but then for the lash line I need a brown or something very light. If I can't find one, I'll have to use a brown eyeshadow. I feel like I've got something in my eye and it's not my eyeball, something else. Right, that'll do for that, because it's just going to make my eyes water. Eyeliners are over here. Look at them all. We've got a brown one here by Primark. I don't know what my favourite one is, because I've not really been using them out of that pot. So we've got this Suzuki one, which I don't think I've even used this. So we'll try using that on the lower lash line. Oh. This is the worst. Okay, that'll do for that eye. Right, now, decision time with the palettes that I pulled. So, we've got two here, and I love them both equally. We've got the Flower Beauty Jungle Lights. I got this one first. I had to have these sent over. This one from Canada. Let me show you. That's what it looks like. I mean, that is just stunning. I'm half tempted to use this green and this gold down here. And then we've got a more neutral one, which I have had a bit of use out of. So we've got the Desert Lights, and this one my friend sent over from the US. So I said I needed your help, but I don't think I do. I think I'm just going to go with what my gut's telling me and what I've not used in a while. And definitely this green, that is stunning. So let's get into this then, shall we? Right, so firstly I'm going to go on with a brush, and then I normally tap it on with the finger to get more pigmentation. So in with this shade. What shade's that? Anaconda. I really hate the fact that we can't get Flower Beauty here anymore in the UK, because they do a couple of palettes. They brought out a couple of new ones. One's called Coastal Lights and one's called Garden Lights, and they both look beautiful as well. The formula of these knock some of my high-end palettes out of the water, guys. They just blow them away. This is beautiful. It's blending in really nicely with that She Glam palette as well. I mean, look how stunning that shade is. Right, we need to blend out. It's looking a bit smoky though, isn't it? And I don't have a favourite lipstick, so I'll just use any lipstick, I think. When you've got such a big lipstick collection, it's hard to pick a favourite. Now, on the other hand, when it comes to higher end, I've got a couple of favourites. So, but I don't know what my favourite higher end palette is at the moment. It's really, really difficult when you've got quite a lot of makeup. We're going to go in with this like gold shade here. So that one is called Paradise. Stunning. Okay, that's nice. Right, and then it's just a case of mascara and choosing a lippy. So the only mascara I've got in my collection is this one. So it's a 17, another level. And yeah, this is Drugstore. And it's the only one I'm using at the moment. I don't know, I need to go out and buy one. Like I said, in a minute, I'll probably go over that green Anaconda shade and make it a little bit more pigmented. So let's do that now. Going in with the green Anaconda shade. I mean, look at that pigment. They're just so foiled. I love them. I always worry about dropping the palette and the eyeshadows breaking, because it's so easy to break, and then I wouldn't be able to repurchase it. Oh, stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. I haven't put setting spray on either. Forgot to do that. I'll do it when the mascara dries off camera. Lipstick. Maybe I should look for something in this pot that I've got, because these are all Drugstore. Excuse me. Let's use this Ulta Beauty lip crayon that my friend sent to me. I used this one yesterday. This one's like a lighter, almost mauve toned shade, and this one's red. So this one's in the shade Jungle. This one is in the shade Lava. So I need to take that lip oil off. And I like these lip crayons, or any lip crayons, because they're just so simple to put on. You don't have to think too much about it. So that is the finished look. I really like it, especially the eyes. I think it's a really stunning look. Simple but yet effective, because it didn't really take too much to get this eye look. You know, it took a few eyeshadows from the Shein palette, and then basically that green, that gold. I'm happy with all the products that I've used today as well. What would I recommend the most? This is really good for the value. I think my sister paid about £7, and like I said, it's a dupe for the Natasha Denona palette, but it comes with, a lot of people don't agree with the way they treat the staff, you know, and things like that, and I don't, and that's one of the reasons I don't shop there. Like I said, I didn't buy it, my sister did, and I'm not gonna declutter it. I mean, I might do now because I've got the Natasha Denona gold one and I don't need a dupe, so I might pass this on to my mum and she can get use out of it. But I do feel like it's a good palette. Hi Emma. This one, oh my gosh, if you can get hold of it, and the Desert Lights, I would recommend it so much. They're so foiled. It's absolutely ridiculous how foiled they are, and like they have so many nice colour stories. So if you're not really into wearing colours, they've got the completely neutral one here, the Desert Lights one, and this one down here is a duochrome. Maybe I should do a look with this at a later date, but yeah, I just wanted to show you some of my drugstore favourites. Sorry I'm late. Don't worry about it, Emma. This is the finished look. I absolutely love it. I'm obsessed. Do you have Natasha Bronze? What do you mean, the Natasha Denona Bronze palette, Adika? I'm just asking. I'll wait for your response and then I'll go. I'll just show you some, like, while I'm waiting for Adika to respond. I'm just going to show you the intensity of these eyeshadows. And it just sucks that we can't get them in the UK, but again, that's what it looks like. Obviously, I've used this green today and this down here, but let me show you the intensity of them. Right, so that's the first three. Look at that. Like Natasha Denona not singles, but the Natasha Denona eyeshadows and the Pat McGrath eyeshadows aren't that intense. My goodness. Look at that. They are so foiled. Hi, the Jones. Sorry, I don't know your first name. I'm just reading usernames at this point. So then what I'll do is I'll swatch these as well, and then I'll go, because Adika's not come back with a response. Right, so I would say this one's not as nice as the other ones in the palette. That's what I would say. So we will swatch that there. Still pretty smooth though, and it's got glitters in it, like very fine particles of glitter, and that's probably why it's not as smooth. Also, it's on a black base. I'll show you in a second. Right, so you do have to be careful when you're putting them on, especially if you're putting them on with your fingers, because they can be a bit flaky. That's why I go on with a brush first. So anyway, this is the top row. I mean, they are just so foiled. And then this is the bottom row. You can see that's got a black base, and that's probably why it's not as pigmented as this. And also there's glitters in it as well. And then we've got these two down here. I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful palette. And like, for all you people that live in the US, I think it's $16. It's not much. Like I said, I didn't buy them. I got gifted both these palettes. So yeah, I'm just really, really happy to have them. So yeah, I'm going to leave it here, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. If you could like the video, it really does help me out. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.